word Jujutsu and Judo are each written with two Chinese characters. The Ju in both is the same and means gentleness or giving way. The meaning of Jutsu is art, practice, and Do means principle or way, the way being the concept of life itself. Jujutsu may be translated as the gentle art, Judo as the way of gentleness, with the implication of first giving way to ultimately gain victory. To understand what is meant by gentleness or giving way, let us say a man is standing before me whose strength is 10, and that my own strength is but 7. If he pushes me as hard as he can, I am sure to be pushed back or knocked down, even if I resist with all my might. This is opposing strength with strength. But if instead of opposing him, I give way to the extent he has pushed, withdrawing my body and maintaining my balance, my opponent will lose his balance. Weakened by his awkward position, he will be unable to use all his strength. It will have fallen to 3. Because I retain my balance, my strength remains at 7. Now I am stronger than my opponent and can defeat him by using only half my strength, keeping the other half available for some other purpose. Even if you are stronger than your opponent, it is better first to give way. By doing so, you conserve energy while exhausting your opponent. This is but one example of how you can defeat an opponent by giving way. It was because so many techniques made use of this principle that the art was named Jujutsu. Let us look at a few other examples of the feats that can be accomplished with Jujutsu. Suppose a man is standing before me, like a log on end. He can be pushed off balance, frontward or backward, with a single finger. If at the moment he leans forward, I apply my arm to his back and quickly slip my hip in front of his. My hip becomes a fulcrum. To throw the man to the ground, even if he greatly outweighs me, all I need do is twist my hip slightly or pull his arm or sleeve. Let us say I attempt to break a man's balance to the front, but that he steps forward with one foot. I can still throw him easily by merely pressing the ball of my foot just below the Achilles tendon of his advancing leg, a split second before he places his full weight on that foot. This is a good example of the efficient use of energy. With only slight effort, I can defeat an opponent of considerable strength. What if a man were to rush up and push me? If instead of pushing back, I were to take hold of his arm or his collar with both hands, place the ball of one foot against his lower abdomen, straighten my leg and sit back, I could make him somersault over my head. Or suppose that my opponent leans forward a bit and pushes me with one hand. This puts him off balance. If I grab him by the upper sleeve of his outstretched arm, pivot so that my back is close to his chest, clamp my free hand on his shoulder and suddenly bend over, he will go flying over my head and land flat on his back. As these examples show, for the purpose of throwing an opponent, the principle of leverage is sometimes more important than giving way. Jiu-jitsu also includes other forms of direct attack, such as hitting, kicking, and choking. In this respect, the art of giving way does not convey the true meaning. If we accept Jiu-jitsu as the art or practice of making the most efficient use of mental or physical energy, then we can think of Judo as the way, the principle of doing this, and we arrive at a true definition.